Deck is the first game that I really want to try out. I learned about this game, I don't know, a couple months ago, and I've really been wanting to play it, but with all these, big games coming out, I just haven't had time. But now I think it's finally time for me to come back and revisit this game. My understanding is it's roughly 4-ish hours, so this isn't going to be a long experience. But this is a game that I've really wanted to play. It looks really, really cool. I love the art style. I love the idea of it just being like kind of a horror comedy kind of thing, and you're an alcoholic knight. I don't know. But this is the first game I want to check out. So I'm doing this in kind of a weird order. I'm trying to make it so the beginning of the video has something relevant to the video, but I want to do a quick introduction here after the first one. Basically, the channel is going to take a little bit of a change of course, mostly because for about the next month, there's not anything really big coming out that I could think that I want to cover in depth with guides. So we're going to be doing some Let's Plays. We're going to be doing some, basically some playthroughs. And then we're going to be doing maybe some guides if the games are long or deep enough. And then I'll be doing opinions and maybe semi-review-esque things. At least until the next big game comes out. So these are the 5 games that are currently on my radar. And then I'm probably going to be playing starting tomorrow. I'm going to start going through this list. But if there's anything you want to add to it, we'll jump into it really quick. Boom. Thank you to the members and to the supporters for supporting the Plat. Much appreciation. Now, let's continue on number 2. This game I am so fucking excited for. It's called Dread Delusion. Now, this is some sort of weird... I don't want to call it weird. I don't know. It's some sort of open world, like, action RPG, exploration, adventure game. And you could tell based off these graphics, right? Like, this is the kind of shit I'm really into. I'm really into these cool, weird... interesting graphics games. This just looks like a really, really fun experience to me. I love the idea of exploring this really cool, really alien world. You got your bows, you got your magic, you got your swords. I don't know if there's builds, how deep the RPG elements go, but this is a game that I've wanted to check out as well for quite a while here. And now I finally got some time, so I am going to jump back into this game. Absolutely something. I think this one might be long enough, maybe not for guides, but definitely for like a review and many episodes. All right. And then one that I'm actually I'm interested in all these things, but the one that has kind of piqued my interest the most here is Cassette Beasts. So Cassette Beasts is like a Pokemon collector, right? And this game's actually kind of old. It's a year, which isn't old, but you know what I mean. But in 3 days, as of this recording, they're coming out with multiplayer. So I think this might be a good time for me to jump in and start learning. And then maybe it'll be good to play multiplayer with someone or like a friend, or maybe this will make it slightly more competitive. Maybe it'll be like more of a meta that develops instead of if it's not just a single player game, it becomes a multiplayer game. I'm interested to see exactly how that's going to work. But also I hear as far as creature collector games go, it's like top of the line. It's got a deep combat system apparently with basically you could fuse your guys and they all have unique fusions and whatnot. So this is a game I've been looking at for basically the last year when it came out, and I heard it was like a Pokemon clone. I was super interested in it, but not a clone. It kind of like apparently is like the best of those kinds of things. So you're going to see a lot of similarities in the kind of games that I'm interested in, right? But this is my next big game that I'm going to cover probably in depth is about a month away, and that is going to be Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. So I've already played this on Switch, and I even have like 1 or 2 videos on YouTube about it. But they're re-releasing like basically a definitive version of the game, and it's finally coming to PC. And it's going to be in about 3 weeks, so maybe not quite a month. But this is a game I plan to do a full playthrough of, do a bunch of guides, just have a really, really good time with this game. I really love the combat system of Persona. This has got a very Persona-esque combat system. It's got a very Pokemon-esque combat system. It's different than all of those, but it's different in the good ways. The biggest issue with it on Switch is it ran like literal dog water. It ran really, really bad on Switch. But I did love this is a game I've already played, and I'm excited to kind of see how they've improved it. If they have improved it, maybe it's going to be exactly the same, and it's just going to run better because it's on a new console. But it's a game I loved. I never beat it, but I got pretty far, and I'm very excited to see this through to completion. And finally, number 5, my most anticipated game remaining this year that I'm currently aware of, Metaphor ReFantazio. This is basically the guys that made Persona 3, 4, 5, or at least many of the guys. You're not going to be able to see these pictures that well. I guess you'll be able to see them pretty well here. This is a super stylish game with like all the classic Persona stuff, right? Super stylish menus, super stylish. Let's see if we can find the combat screen. It's actually hard to tell. This isn't a picture. This is the combat screen, right? Like, it's so fucking cool looking. And it's a turn-based RPG, but you will be able to do like slash on like weaker enemies on the world map where you don't need to engage with them. There'll be some sort of synergy here. But look at this. This is like everything that I want in a video game right here. A fucking crazy ass fucking enemy. Turn-based, really cool menus. I don't know exactly if this is going to be like a Persona creature collector, how that's going to work, how deep it's going to be. But this is basically my most anticipated game of the year. I can't fucking wait for this game, and I will be covering this thing extensively. I really hope I get in with someone and can get an early copy for a review. But this doesn't come out for 4 more months, so that's kind of the thing. I'm just going to be more of a general gameplay channel for right now, until I have another game that I'm super into that I want to cover for like, you know, multiple weeks. We're just going to be playing games that I think are fun, and maybe do a couple reviews, kind of talk about video games, and just be a general gaming channel for a little bit. I'm not going to take it quite as seriously until another big game comes out that I'm hyper interested in. But yeah, that's all for this one, guys. You could probably start watching. I'm going to probably do my very first video of this tonight. I might do it tomorrow, do some chores tonight and work on this tomorrow. But I will start doing a playthrough of Velvedek, as this game just looks like my jam. Anyway, much love for Purplatypus. I'll see you guys on the flip-flop. I know this isn't exactly the same kind of content you guys are used to, but for those of you that are, you know, the real Plat supporters, I look forward to seeing you in the comment sections on these videos. Also, Persona 5 is coming out with a gacha, and if that actually gets a global release, I will be playing that. I know it's a gacha. I don't care. I love Persona 5, and honestly, I'm a little... I kind of like gachas. I like the grinding nature of them when I have a job that I can just let my phone play itself or something. Anyway, much love for Platypus. See you guys in the flip-flops. Bye!